So now that we've taken a look at bringing in one very basic one address on create latitude, longitude, spatial object, we're going to take a look with the same concept. We're going to take a look at a dbase file coming in. We have that's our customer input file. Take a look at it here. We see we have instead of one address, we have one record for each customer, address, city, state, and zip. Bring it into our geocoder. Tell them where address, city, state, and zip is. Geocoder to calculate tool. Calculate is going to create a spatial function to use the latitude and longitude and create a location, a field called location point, spatial object, a spatial object. So I now put it to a shapefile and go ahead and take a look at our map. And we can see now just by clicking, we would bring it in with file, add layer. Go ahead and turn it on. This is our customers. Now we have from our data management project, we brought in our store location, and now these little green stars represent our customers around that store. We'll take this a little bit more spatially here and start building spatial object. But what I'm going to do is say I have coming in my latitude and longitude from which we got over here from our store location. And what I want to do is I want to create a 1 mile and a 2 mile radius around that latitude and longitude. So the way that I'm doing that, you look at insert function spatial, and see we have a big circle, and it's going to take, here it is, here it's going to take our latitude and longitude, and it's going to say what is the, we're going to do it in miles, square mile, or increments of miles. 1 mile, and this is 1,000 is a resolution, how many vertices for that within that 1 mile to build that circle. So go ahead and take a look at that. We come down here, use our select. Select is going to say we're taking the 1 mile radius. Over here, we'll take the 2 mile radius. Each one is outputted to a separate shape file. Go ahead and look at our map. And go ahead and turn them on. There's our radius 1 mile radius, radius 2. I'm going to zoom in just a tiny bit there. So now what I want to do is say, all right, now that we have a 1 mile and a 2 mile radius, what if I just wanted to say, I want to take a look at this region that's 1 mile, greater than 1 mile from my store location, but less than 2 miles. So essentially, I want to create a donut around that point based on this 1 mile and this 2 mile radius that we've generated. So how would I do that? I go into my project, my data flow here, and we can see that I'm going to move it over here. We have coming in here, we have our radius, our 2 mile radius and our 1 mile radius. And what we're going to do is take this function, spatial, once again, and the cut. And we're going to cut polygon 1 from polygon 2 and create a new spatial object called a donut. So because we have these as spatial objects now, we're going to using the spatial processing. We've created spatial objects, and now we can use spatial processing. And the processing tool that we're using, or function we're using here, is cut. And we're going to create a new feature called a donut. So we'll go ahead and select it here. So we'll go ahead and select it. I'll put it to a shapefile, and let's go ahead and take a look at our map. Send, here we go. Click on it, bingo. I'll go ahead and turn this one off, turn this one off. And actually, you can see now we have this new area that we created. So if we want to take this even to another concept of spatial analysis, we're going to go ahead and say, all right, what I want to do now that I've created this area here, I just want to concentrate and look at the customers my customers that we can see here, I'll go ahead and turn that off for a second. Customers that are inside of that donut area, I just want to I want to understand and take a look at those customers. So if I look at the next part here, I'm going to go ahead and say over here I have a tool called a spatial join. I'm going to bring it over here, and what I'm going to do is say, all right, I have this on my right side, I have the donut that we created, and on my left side I have these are all the customers that we created upstream. Remember, we had address, city, state, got the latitude, longitude, and the spatial object. And I'm going to use that on the left side, the spatial object of the customers, and I'm going to say left shape contained by the right shape. And it's going to generate from 1,497 customers, there's going to be 24 that are inside of 24 customers that are inside of that donut shape there. And let's go ahead and take a look at that on the map. Go ahead and turn on the customers within the donut. And you can see, let me turn off the customers real quick. Customers within the donut. Did I click on that? There are the customers within the donut. Turn the donut on. And you can see now all that we have are the customers. There don't see any customers in here or outside here that are inside greater than or equal to 1 mile inside or greater than 1 mile, less than 2 miles inside of our donut. So if you really think about what we just did here, it's kind of interesting. We talk about donuts and customers and points, and that really, if that's been a really simple example of a point and polygon. We created a separate, the donut is a polygon, and we did a point in polygon analysis. We said, give me all the points inside of that polygon.